What's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 2 of the Creating Currents podcast. I'm very excited to be here today. I have a very, very special guest with me. Now, before we even get into our conversation, let me give him the right welcome and the right intro into this podcast. The man sitting next to me is not only a very talented producer, a great rapper. The person I have sitting next to me has been a brother to me. My boy, Aaron Harris, Heartless. Trent, what's good with you, man?
What up, y'all? Yeah, we chilling, bro. Yeah, I
good to
appreciate
see you.
That's a good intro, bro.
Hell yeah.
I
You know I
appreciate
gotta
you,
hype
bro.
it, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Nour.
Hell yeah,
Shout
bro.
out Creating Currents or Creative?
Yeah, creating.
Creating Currents.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
I'm happy to be here for sure.
Come on, we hyped to have you here,
Shout
bro.
out to Nour. I appreciate that intro. That was great.
Yeah, that shit's awesome. That shit's awesome, bro. You deserve it, man. You deserve it, bro. Yeah, man, I'm hyped on it, bro. Let's get right into this shit. I mean, I've been hyped seeing, the shift that you've been making over the past couple of years, especially with your sound. I know you've been getting a lot more, experimental, but also confident in the R&B lane that you've been taking. So talk to me a little bit about like the journey, between making Deserted and moving out to the desert, and what that's done for you as an artist, into from Deserted to this last drop, Delilah. Like, tell me a little bit about what that's been like over the past couple of years, bro.
So for Deserted, now I live in Joshua Tree, like out in the desert now, working on a property out there, but it's very different from what I'm used to. So when I recorded Deserted, it was kind of in a sad, but happy, more like melancholy type vibe, and I tried to capture that. A big inspiration for that tape was The Dream.
Word?
Yeah, I love The Dream, and
that's hard.
Just vibing on that note, but yeah, I kind of got into singing more. I was, I produced, but yeah, I got into singing more, and I think I delivered in that aspect. You guys can be the judge. Go to Spotify and look up Deserted by Heartless and
hell yeah,
drop your comments down below. But
we gonna link it in the description as well. I'm gonna put it up.
As far as Delilah, though, I wrote that when I was just in a place where I was outside, vibing, and Delilah's actually a club that Drake owns here in LA.
Correct.
So it's kind of like a little speakeasy vibe, kind of like lay low, you got to listen to it, but it's some real West Coast Cali shit, but that's where my head's been at. And, I like to make stuff for my fellas, like some lo-fi, real cool, smooth R&B shit, and mainly for the ladies too, to vibe out to. So
right,
I appreciate you asking about my recent projects.
Yeah, bro. That's a project as well. I mean, that was an honor for me as well. I was the only feature on that project.
That's true.
And
so
that was an honor for me as well. I had a lot of fun with that. I know we've been on our artistry, on some solo shit. I think that's the blessing about the evolution of becoming grown and becoming men. It's like we might not have as big of a squad as we did before, or the people around us that we used to have, but now it's like that gives us the ability to hone more in on the projects that we're making, And I felt it too. I mean, you felt it in Deserted. You feel it and nothing's changed, but everything's different.
Yeah,
we're coming off.
That tape is hard too, bro.
Bro.
We're putting out some heat.
Crazy.
Obviously, Deserted was released 2 years ago, but I'm coming with some more heat.
Oh yeah, it's loading. We loading right now. We're always loading.
Trust.
That's the thing. We always loading. It's just a blessing. It's a blessing. Me and Heartless go back. I mean, we've been tight for over 10 years, like I said. And it's been since I was in middle school, he was becoming a freshman in high school. It was we was tight since before, So we developed a lot of our opinions and seen a lot of the same music and seen a lot of the same people and had a lot of the same experiences. So that's why it's an honor to always do an episode like this. I think it's... Hell yeah, bro. Something I want to talk about too, because Aaron and I came from the same background in the same sense, as well as always being athletes. We was hoopers before we was musicians. We always loved music,
Right.
We was always hoopers. So what do you think? What do you think hooping did for you on an artist, on artistry? Did hooping inspire you any way as an artist? Do you have a relation between music and hoop? Is it just two completely different worlds to you?
I mean, you listen to bangers when you're going out, bro. Like, you get hyped to the music, you work out. Yeah, of course, music has an influence on how you play. I would say music makes you a better hooper as opposed to hooping makes you better at music, for sure.
I love that.
For sure.
That's for sure. There's something about the trait of inspiration that comes with music, right?
Right.
I think there's something inspirational about it. There's something inspirational about watching a Kobe Bryant or a LeBron as well.
Right.
But something
it's just they're perfecting their craft over and over. So in that aspect, I could see it like dedication to your craft. Yeah.
Right.
You're putting the reps in.
But it's faster access. You're right.
Yeah.
It's faster access to motivation when you listen to music. You could play something and hear it in your ears and be like, damn, I want to go get it now.
Right.
Like they got it. I want to go get it. That's a powerful thing. That's a powerful thing. Hell yeah. No, I love it. I love it. That's where we out now. We out in Southern Cali. Shit, I know my boy, you know, we've been around. We've been around quite a few places, but I know Texas still has an influence on you, and especially the music scene in Texas and what's came from Houston and just different parts of that state when it comes to hip hop. You know, now you even got like in what's his name? Is his name OT, the Mexican?
The Mexican OT.
Yeah, the Mexican
I seen
OT.
he was going viral recently. For him.
Right, that's another one. Like I don't listen to him regularly, but it's cool to see the Southern swang.
I don't listen really either,
you know, come from there.
He's hard though. I've heard some songs. He's tough.
Word.
Tough. But
how do you feel about Texas music, even shit from the past? And do you feel like the Southern stuff that comes out of Texas, you know, is as powerful inspirationally to you as the Southern stuff that comes out of places like Atlanta and Louisiana? Or would you say that you got love? You got love? Yeah, okay, I hear that.
No. Texas is hard, but they lean a lot into that Texas accent, and it can make it a little niche in that way. Like they lean very hard into the Texas accent. As far as Atlanta's accent, it's very quick and like, so it's more receptive on the track, I feel like, than the drawn out "Aye, no more break, no more fresh." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you're so right.
It just. But with Atlanta, it's, you know, it's like, you know, it's just like, but, you know, it's different vibes, but it definitely comes off like when with Texas music, it's like, all right, like it's in your face. But
yeah, it's in your face.
As that goes, like,
I feel that.
And the Mexican, you saw, he was like, who gonna do something about me saying the N word?
Oh, he said that?
You saw that?
Nah, I didn't see that. I don't be like checking him out or like listening to his music much.
I thought that's why you brought that shit up. He fucking, he was tripping out on a podcast with all females, and he was like, the females were like, do you think you can say nigga like without any repercussions? Do you think it's okay? And of course he's Mexican. Right. Obviously, disclaimer, bro, I don't give a fuck if anybody says it. Honestly, white, Mexican, Asian, at this point it's a lost art. But the way he came at it was like, I wish there was some niggas in here because what are they gonna do about it?
That was the vibe.
So what are you gonna do about it? It just kind of makes it just kind of, what is the taunt about? You know what I mean? What do you mean? You know? But shout out to Mexican OT. I don't think he meant too much harm by it, honestly. But it was just kind of like, what do you mean? You know there are no black men in the building. So what do you mean? What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
like, because he was like, he looks around. I wish there was some black dudes in here. Because what are they gonna do about it? So it's like when you have that energy, it's kind of like, what the fuck is going on? But hopefully he gets his shit together, because that was a little crazy. Honestly.
Yeah, that's weird.
It was a little nuts. It was on Angela Yee's shit.
That's
Angela
funny.
Yee shit.
That's funny.
And it was a black woman that asked it, and none of these. It's not up to them, but
right. But
I would think at least be like, if you gonna ask the question, at least be like, hey, well, what do you mean by what are they gonna do about it? Like, you know,
yeah,
that is what it is.
We know exactly what he means, but people just talk a lot of shit too. That's why I think the whole like even rap game or entertainment game is funny to me in a lot of points, because I mean, a lot of motherfuckers just talk so loud. It's like, don't get volume mistaken with actual power.
Right.
Like, bro, you talk loud. That doesn't mean your words mean anything.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean that your opinion has any weight.
Right.
Who gives a fuck? Like, just because you said it loud or you
Shout
got
out to
some
y'all.
money, like, yeah, come on. I could give a fuck how much is in your bank account. If you're a fucking dumbass, you're a fucking dumbass. That's just how I feel. Like, you know,
that's
I've
true.
met plenty of people who are rich who are just fucking, you can't stand being around them.
For sure.
You know?
Especially growing up in OC, nigga. Shout out to y'all, though. If you watching, I appreciate y'all. But you know who you are.
OC gave
rich.
us a lot of what we are, but let's be real. Yeah, you're making a point there. There's some snobby ass, weird ass, like, what would you even call it? Entitled. Entitled.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah. There's some cool people out there, too.
Definitely. There's cool people everywhere, but there's fucked up people everywhere too. I mean, that's another weird thing, right?
See, you still live there, though. Huh? I don't mean to dox you, but you still live there. Is it still?
Oh,
it's
dude,
still
yeah,
vibing?
dude. I still live in OC,
still
and I'm
vibing.
probably gonna have a place in OC all my life. Even if I move somewhere else, I'll probably have a place in OC.
Right.
But I mean, I love home sweet home, but there's definitely some stuff that bother me about it. You know, just like I guess anybody who comes from anywhere, there's those things you pick up on, and you're just like, this is kind of annoying. I wish I didn't have that.
Right,
You know,
right.
but. I mean,
Yeah.
if you ask me, I think that's a pretty good deal of the cards. I mean, there's 7 billion people on this planet to be born in one of the most financially thriving and beautifully taken care of areas in one of the states that have the best weather in the
Safest
entire world.
crime rate,
Come
too.
on.
Crime
It's
rate.
safe and the weather is the best in the entire world.
Yep.
So it's like I really got nothing to say. Like, all right, you know, we can complain, but it's just like a waste of breath at the end of the day. It's like you come from OC, bro. That's why I think it's funny too that a lot of people will downplay motherfuckers who come from OC. Like, I get it. Goofies come out of OC, you know? But I think that everybody deserves to, you know, be looked at for their character and what they put out into the world. Like, like now that this podcast is on, now you're going to hear me talking a lot more than I normally talk. But look at my past. You know, look at all my work that I've done. My work speaks for me. I'm
Right.
not out here making clickbait shit to try to get people's attention. I rap how I like to rap, and if you like it, cool. And if you don't, then you don't. You know?
That's respectable. Like moving in that way. We used to respect that type of shit, and I don't want to sound like an old head because I guess I am unk now at 28 years
Nah.
of age. Am I unk?
28 ain't
Drop it
unk.
in the chat. Am I unk?
Y'all tell us,
28,
bro.
but
Is 28 unk? 28 ain't
it's a
unk,
little
right?
unk. It's getting there, but
28 ain't unk.
no, that's respectable, bro. You can't just compromise everything for clicks and all that shit. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a business, so
Of course.
we're gonna have to talk about Diddy now. Diddy gate.
He said we gonna have to talk about Diddy now.
Nah, this
That
is
nigga
dope.
said Diddy Gate. Is that what you said? Like Pizza Gate. Motherfucker said
Diddy gate.
Diddy Gate is insane.
Nah, but that shit is crazy to me though too though. He's a weirdo. Like, obviously, but like
But still, I mean, there's a thing
it
about...
was all consenting adults, dude. Like, I don't get with this retroactive, oh, I never wanted to do it, but I was doing it. And
Yeah, people have a lot to...
I never wanted to do it.
People
but-
have a lot to say about
Like-
the substances, I guess, that were being spiked in certain things. But you know, so who knows? Who knows
they
the
were all
validity?
drug addicts, dude.
Well, yeah, so I was gonna say, who
We
knows?
know drugs,
who knows
too,
the
like-
validity of that? But then on top of that, let's be real about something, okay? Because
I just don't know about
Don't
that.
get this twisted,
I just
y'all.
don't know about that.
don't get this twisted. Don't get this twisted. By
Them
any
having
by
to be
any
drugged,
means,
you know what I mean?
By any means, I do not support any type of negativity when it comes to sexual activity,
Fuck no.
dissent or deceit, deception, any of that type of shit.
Non-consensual anything.
shit,
Yeah.
dude. No, not at all. What I'm trying
Yeah.
to say is that a lot of people, right? Why are they coming out and turning against people? Or like Jeffrey Epstein, once he got caught, why didn't anybody say anything before? Because I feel like a lot of human beings, whatever level it's on, let's be real. Sometimes we're not sorry because we actually did something. We're sorry because people found out.
That's true.
And that's how a lot of motherfuckers feel. If you had all the money in the world, whoever's listening to this, be honest with yourself. If you had all the money in the world and you knew that somebody couldn't find out about something, would you do the wrong thing?
Right.
Seriously. It's very easy to be like, oh no, because you're thinking about other people's perception.
Right.
It's like you don't know what it's like to have $1 billion, have the world at your fingertips, and nobody's told you no for the last 10 years. You know?
Right.
So it doesn't make anything right. I'm just saying that it's a human instinct to get away with as much as you can. And if you get away with it, then you're not sorry. But if you don't, then you're sorry.
But is it illegal to have sex parties?
I don't think so. Is it illegal? No, I don't think it's illegal. Is it?
And shouldn't adults be able to decide like whether they want to be like, okay, I'm down for this, or I'm gonna remove myself from this situation?
Yeah, see, that's the part of the shit. That's why I don't even bring it up, because that's the
they
part
like
of the shit.
the glitzing. They like the life.
Yeah,
it's the Gucci, it's the Prada, it's the Fendi.
Yeah,
it's the Rolls, it's the Phantom. It's you know.
He went from Gucci, Prada, Rolls, Phantom to going to prison and getting his booty took. It's over for niggas.
He probably enjoyed that shit.
That's so bad.
I'm joking. I mean, whatever. Diddy,
we're just
obviously fucked up human being. As far as criminal charges, that to this degree, I just don't know. But it is what it is. Moving on.
Yeah, it is what it is. Shit. What about that OKC, bro? OKC took it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, bro, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm from South LA. But seeing Halliburton's run, I'm sorry. I wanted him to take it. I wanted them to take it. He was having a crazy playoff run. Those buzzer beaters. Things were going in this direction where the trajectory seemed like it was going in his favor. And then in Achilles is a crazy injury to go out in, especially in this playoffs. The 3 players that got Achilles injuries, they posted on Instagram, they all wore number 0.
The 3 players. Yeah, I saw that.
That's weird.
I saw that. I don't know, dude, honestly. I mean, we could have seen it from a mile away, I feel like.
You feel like you knew that OKC was going to win?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that was the favorite. That was the favorite. But
we saw it from a mile away.
It was a favorite, but the
Pacers put up a great fight. Honestly, if Halliburton was in the game, it would have been a game, but if
Halliburton was in the game, they would have won.
No.
Yeah, they would have won.
No.
In my opinion, they would have won.
No.
That nigga had 9 points in 7 minutes.
Yeah, but no.
I think he would have won.
Shea would have turned it up, trust.
I mean, Shea went crazy, but still.
He would have turned it up.
Yeah, but I think, I just think that shook them, too. Shook the Pacers. When they saw their guy go out, it was like.
TJ McConnell.
I mean, yeah, shout out to TJ. TJ, you're cold, bro.
Yeah, shout out TJ.
Yeah.
That fool, he played a hell of a game, like, in the finals. That was a great performance, dude. Like,
seriously,
shout out to him.
You have energy and heart, dude. We love to see that. It's like that's something in the NBA we feel like we're lacking. So when you see somebody that fucking hungry, bro, like
he was going like that's hooping right there. And
exactly.
What's he like 6'2"?
Yeah, he's not the tallest guy. He's a guard, like
6'2"?
Yeah.
He's not as tall as Caruso.
I'm saying, TJ, we need you on the Creating Currents pod, bro.
That'd be hard. Indiana, though, that's out there.
Yeah.
We out here in Cali on the west side.
You know, we'll make it happen, though. Make it happen. Yeah, that was another thing. Shit, I've been enjoying, some of the new music coming out. I feel like I'm like a lot of the time, my favorites. I'm kind of stuck in the past with the faves, so it's like it's good to hear new shit that inspires me. Because I feel like I have a lot of favorites. That John Bellion.
Yeah, that John Bellion is tough.
I
what
like
else?
that new John Bellion. What else? I like that new.
As far as Cali, actually, I want to put you on the spot.
Wow, as far as Cali,
did you see?
I'm sorry. The only thing I've been listening to from really Cali, I think that's came out is new Damo Genesis, and new Snoop. That new Snoop. That's the other thing I've been listening to.
That new Snoop?
That new
fire?
I like 4 of the songs a lot off of the whole project.
4 of them?
Yeah.
Off how many?
Like 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't want to talk about this, but I feel like that's normal. That's a normal ratio now. Like,
yeah, it is.
The only liking 3 to 4 songs off the album, that's just normal now, which is fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I don't know if it's normal now. I think it's always been that way a tiny bit.
To an extent.
But there were bigger hits,
drop
though.
And shit. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
There were bigger hits. Like, we had a Lollipop, and then we had a Crank That from Soulja Boy's album. Yeah, there were other albums, there were other tracks on there that was hard. But we had that universal on every single album. Speaking of that,
you're right.
You heard like Cardi B's putting out her album? Mm-mm. She's putting out an album.
I didn't hear that.
She only has one album. You know that, right?
So she's of course. I know about the first one.
She only has one.
I know about the first one.
She's putting out her second album.
Okay, so she's going to put out her second one.
Ever.
Yeah.
You're excited for that?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Like, I'm not a...
You don't really fuck with Cardi.
I'm not a Cardi B fan. No, I'm not a Cardi B fan.
She's big, though.
I like...
She's big.
I like her. I like her personality, but I haven't listened to enough of her music, and honestly, like, I just don't, like, feel like rolling around in my car listening to some bad bitch shit. Like, it's hard,
course,
but, like, I just don't be...
No, but you gotta recognize...
Of course I recognize, but, I mean...
Yeah, me neither. I'm not really tripping on it.
Listen, when it comes to girl rappers, forever I'm gonna give the crown to Nicki. Nicki's the best girl rapper ever, and she stood her own on a track with Eminem and Roman's Revenge off of her Pink Friday.
Yeah, she went crazy on that one.
Come on, you know she had the best verse on Monster with Kanye, Rick Ross, all of them, shit like that. When you have that type of a verse, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
And a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka.
You didn't have to bring up Nicki though. Now they're about to go the Cardi B.
The Cardi B fans?
They about to come after you, bro.
Yeah, you right.
He said Nicki, yeah.
Yeah.
No, shout out Nicki.
I mean, Nicki's one of the blueprints.
She's the GOAT.
You know, she's one of the blueprints. So you got to give it to her. She's the GOAT. You got to give it to her.
Yeah, I guess.
They asked my son.
Yeah, I guess she's putting out an album, but...
Well, shout out to Cardi B. Yeah, I'm excited to see... speaking of that, too, it makes me think of the time where she won the Grammy over Travis's Astroworld. I'm excited to see what Travis is dropping next after Utopia. I want to see what he's about to drop. I know there's a lot of fucking flame coming back around on him.
We got to get this on record, bro. Like, Utopia is a fire-ass album. Yeah. It's beautiful. People don't fuck with... I don't know why people are fronting on Utopia. Utopia does not age badly. Utopia is one of his best projects. Like, it's so many different sounds. It's so, like, versatile. That shit is fucking hard.
It is.
Utopia is tough. And I get Modern Jam. We could have probably left that off. I'm going to give y'all that. Modern Jam, we maybe could have.
It's a special one. It's a special one.
Do you like it?
I don't listen to it regularly, but I like it. I think it's a track where I feel like there's so much personality in it. That one did something. Even if it's not one that people listen to regularly, that track did something because it's so stylistic and so intentional.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to choose to do that. That's a very weird song.
Yeah, no, like, Travis, the album was great.
I mean...
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Dude,
Schizo is nuts.
Schizo
Thug is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
I love Schizo.
That second half is like one of my favorite parts of... some of that modern rap shit. When it flips to that second half of the beat, it sounds like some Alchemist shit.
Exactly, yeah.
Woo! And then Travis brings back the fact that y'all motherfuckers think this motherfucker just hums, bro. He can rap, bro.
Speaking of Travis, bro.
Yeah, come on.
You saw he got dissed.
Come on. I did see he got dissed.
By Pusha T.
Yeah. Yeah. By
what do you think of that? What do you think about that?
Yeah. What do I think about it?
What do you think about the stigma that Travis is not a rapper?
I don't feel any type of way about it, honestly. I think people have, like, I don't know. I just laugh at it at this point because I think people have something to judge over everything, and people are going to say something negative about the great ones always, you know? So it's like, if you're not paying attention and your ears are not tuned, then, like, shit, that's a shame for you, not for me. You know what I mean? I'm hearing that shit. And motherfuckers like Tusha P. Pusha T. Yeah. You like that? You like that? I had to give him one. Tusha P. That motherfucker.
So you don't fuck with that fool?
I love his raps, but he's a salty motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's salty, bro. Like, why are you so salty? You're getting a lot of bread and you're working with the greatest people in the world. Like, you gonna fucking, you're just petty, bro. And you're salty. Like, bro, Travis is cold, bro. And you know Travis is cold. That's why you've been around him.
What do you think about the stigma that Travis isn't a rapper?
I think it's indicative
like, what
to his creativity. What does that even mean? I think it's indicative to his creativity. People like.
What do you think? Do you think he's a rapper or is he not a rapper?
Come on, you're talking to the rapper. So of course, this motherfucker's a rapper. I listened to Travis when he rapped. You know, we started listening to Travis when Travis was rapping more than he was auto-tune humming. So like, Travis is a fucking rapper, and anybody will tell you any day, go look up his XXL freshman freestyle where he had it with Joey Badass, Action Bronson, Ab-Soul. He spit a fucking verse on that shit. That shit is hard. And even Owl Pharaoh days before.
It's like, I get what they're saying. He's not like...
He's not Kendrick. Like,
he's not like spitting, but you don't have to be like... You can be a Slick Rick or
That's the coolest thing
MC
about it.
Hammer, like I wouldn't go that far, but you can be like someone who's not like super technical with the shit like Eminem, but you're still a fucking rapper, dude. Like I don't understand why Travis is getting this
rap like he's like some
like he can't rap. Yeah. I guess he doesn't write sometimes, but
yeah, but that doesn't mean he can't rap. Yeah, like y'all motherfuckers didn't hear fucking everything. Y'all didn't hear Rodeo. Y'all didn't hear 90210. Y'all didn't hear Pornography. Like
Pornography is wild.
Come on, he's spitting on that shit. He's spitting like really spitting. Travis another one. Huh?
Gotta get the cake up, nigga.
Come on, bro.
Niggas in the room. I gotta rake up a nigga.
Like, I'm way too antsy. Cause my ambition's too frantic.
Crazy, bro.
Come on. Crazy. I need to move out to Atlantis.
Yeah,
cause my mind too outlandish.
Yeah, push it. I don't know.
You know what?
He's just trying to follow that. I don't
know. I'm not trying to shit on anybody, honestly, but I just feel like why are you still so like emotional when you're getting that much money? Like, why do you give a fuck enough to say it, bro? You're making so much money and you're talking about this shit. Like, I thought broke motherfuckers who got nothing going on in their life and they work at Walmart. That's why they gossip about their friends.
Right,
like, motherfucker, you in a room with Pharrell and Kanye and you talking about another motherfucker.
Right. He dissed Kanye too. I think he said Kanye and him. He said Kanye and him will never agree.
That's fine.
On things.
I don't know. A lot of it too. It's like
morals.
We talk about it.
He took the high road when it came to Kanye in front of the world, and it's
of course he did. Well, when somebody gave you your opportunity,
I mean, if you're around him that much, how much can you guys really disagree on, dude?
And the thing about it is, if somebody gave you a great opportunity or is making you make money, like you should think about what you're saying, in public for sure.
Right.
Like if somebody's like, giving you a business advantage, like just,
Oh yeah, for
shut
sure.
The fuck up,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I'm just
at the same time I
when
can't
it comes
hang
to
on
Kanye,
to motherfuckers like
if
that.
you kick it like say you kick it if I kick it with you and somehow you like became like this like
mogul,
crazy mogul, but you became like an anti-Semite or you are
right.
viewed anti-Semite, racist or whatever. But I had been kicking it with you for years and years and years and years.
Right.
We had made music and we made money together and all this shit.
You probably wouldn't just ditch me
now I'm gonna do all this shit and look like a fucking snake and just turn my back on you now. I can see why Kanye's upset a little bit at some of the shit. Because it shouldn't matter to a certain extent. Now, he says some fucked up shit, but it shouldn't matter to a certain extent because you reap the benefits of being with this guy and he hasn't necessarily changed. He's always been kind of a piece of shit, like a dickhead.
Stuck up and braggadocious.
Yeah, a little bit. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you put up with it, now, I don't know.
No, it's real, though.
To turn your back on him, I can see why he would be mad. At the same time, he doesn't take accountability for the shit he say though.
Yeah. See, some motherfuckers just be tripping too. It's like
we be tripping out, randomly and doing like, crazy shit.
And just don't people talk a lot to the media and shit. And I guess when you're that big, maybe you just can't help yourself. But a lot of that is just like, come on, bro, like it's just too much.
Yeah, so it's like sure. All of it is too much.
Yeah, all of it is too much. So it's like,
but when it's tongue in cheek. And maybe you have that personal relationship with him.
Yeah.
Couldn't you kind of decipher on when he was being like...
Yeah. You would think you'd be
trying to stir up the pot on purpose or, this guy actually thinks that. He actually thinks...
Right. You would think so. I
don't know.
But shit. The West Coast has been on one, though. I mean, like... Especially since the Kendrick shit.
They dropped those lists, the best West Coast artists.
I saw those.
People were arguing about Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
Is he technically a West Coast artist? Is Tupac a West Coast artist?
I don't have the answer. I'm not going to act like I do.
Born in New York, I don't know, on the East Coast. I don't know exactly.
Tell him.
Brooklyn, wherever the fuck.
Tell him. I don't know exactly.
What do you think? Is he a West Coast artist? I would say no. I say no.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a West Coast artist. Some of his production and stuff mimic some of the sounds we use in the West Coast.
No, he came to the West Coast. He was on death row.
Yeah, but I'm saying he came to the West Coast.
Right.
So
does
that make you a West Coast?
Should he be in a West Coast rapper list?
I don't know. I don't think so. If you're from the East Coast, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't think so. What about Ice-T?
It's like, if that's so, then why don't you put Eminem on it?
Is Eminem West Coast?
No, Eminem's from Michigan.
That's true.
So why don't you put Eminem on the list then too? You know,
Tupac had more impactful West Coast music, arguably.
You're right. No, you're right.
Arguably.
He did. He had more impactful West Coast music for sure. But Eminem's sound is so West Coast influenced by Dre.
Right, yeah,
You know?
yeah.
There's so much
He's got
there.
some, yeah,
because of Dre. So it's like, let me get a sip of this.
But...
And another one too, I mean... I love that we just get to talk about the artistry. That's another fun thing. Like I said, like we just kicking off this pod. You know, this is the second episode. I just had the first episode on some solo shit, talked about the new tape and stuff. So it's hype, you know, to have the homie here too. I always wanted to talk about music and voice these opinions and, you know, perspectives that we have on a lot of these greats. And, you know, one thing that I want, you know, a lot of people to understand is like we do this out of showing, you know, respect, but also perspective. You know, we're showing our perspective, so we're not gonna sit here and lie and say we love somebody that we don't. We're not here to shit on anybody either. Like we don't have a podcast to sit here and judge people. We love artists and we love the work that people do. So if we ever say that something is not our favorite, it doesn't mean fuck that guy. It doesn't mean we're shitting on anything. It just means that it's not something that we, you know, fuck with regularly. So I mean, shout out to everybody who really does this, because this is something that's like been an inspiration forever. You know, so. Shout out to everybody who does music.
It's not easy
because there's no
like,
wrong way to do it, but I just think there's levels to it too. It's like sometimes I just don't want to hear that bullshit. You know, I just feel like there's a lot of bullshit being made, but that doesn't mean I hate anybody. You know, doesn't mean if I don't like an artist's music, doesn't mean I won't kick it with him.
Put a name on it, bro.
You know, like you would love for me to
put a name on it.
You would love for me to. This guy.
Who are you talking about right now? Put a name on it. Who's bullshit right now? Who is bullshit in the game right now?
Who's bullshit in the game? I don't gotta say it. Y'all know.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. How about that weekend concert, bro?
Yeah.
Tell the people about that weekend concert, honestly.
Yeah, so.
The review. The official weekend concert in LA at the SoFi Stadium review.
Opening night.
Here,
out of 4 sold out nights. Opening night. Right? So, let me tell y'all. He's different live. His shit hits different live. His voice is amazing live. But really, I really like the pyrotechnics. I like the setup. I like the technology that they got going on the stage. The light show that's going on during these shows is like the way it replicates like bass and some of the background layers of the beats. It's like sophisticated, bro.
Yeah.
You know, when you see that, you're like, this is not just.
Oh, there's so much.
Music.
There's so much that goes into this live show.
It's a piece of art. You know, it's a performance that's like. Alive. It's a living thing. It's a breathing organism. Yeah. And to see that, it was like, you know, Cardi was hype. He came out with the guns. Motherfucker was out there with Ken, and they were wilding the fuck out.
Right.
Motherfucker, opening night, Playboy Cardi brought out Travis for Fiend.
Hard.
Yeah. So that was a vibe.
Fiend is also a fire-ass track that's off of what? Utopia.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard.
And a lot of motherfuckers love
people are disrespecting Utopia. I'm tired of it. That shit fire. Everything Travis puts out is fire.
Fire. 100%.
Every single album is gasolina.
Yeah.
I don't...
If it's Travis, it's fire.
Like...
That's just how it goes.
Like...
You know? So...
It's real.
Yeah. For real.
Like he's one of the realer Kanye type artists that we have. Like
you're right.
Like, and he puts effort into his music. Like
exactly,
and that shit hits. Like
and you could tell. I mean, it's like he creates universes with his stuff, which is so dope. And every album is so different. That's what you gotta love about him. Yeah. You know, like think about Rodeo to Birds in the Trap to Astroworld to.
Birds
Utopia.
in the Trap is crazy.
Birds in the Trap is insane, and people sleep on Birds in the Trap. People say that's his most generic album. What does that mean?
No way.
What does that mean?
I feel like that's the most critically acclaimed.
Like, that one is hard. I mean, that one has Goosebumps on it.
Yeah, I feel like that one is the one people are like, oh, I like his old shit. That's like Trilogy for The Weeknd for Travis fans. Yeah,
I felt like Days Before.
They're kind of like, that's the last time he...
did that dark, crazy shit?
That's the last time he's been good.
That opening track,
but Astroworld was crazy too. Astroworld's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, Astroworld is insane. Astroworld, he broke through barriers. That collab with Tame Impala and The Weeknd on Skeletons, it's like he just broke barriers.
Mike Dean's on all the mixing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, for Travis to to bridge that gap between a rapper and Tame Impala. Tame Impala was on the scene hot, and people were loving that fucking Currents album, and I love that fucking album, you know. And for Travis to be the first rapper to get him on some shit like that, it's like, bro, that's just the move.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's super hard. Super hard. You gotta see this, bro.
So Joey badass. Me first, fuck it. Hey, you going nowhere fast, but from your view you could never tell. No wonder, cause you live your life based on a carousel. You bums could probably teach a master class on taking L's. You did. If you wake up hate at night, then you hate yourself.
Damn, that's how you feel, bro.
You see, most niggas crack under pressure, but I'm a natural. The thing about living by the gun is you shouldn't have to. And if you can't reach for peace, I hope you have to. A lot of y'all my seeds, I see your nation that had you. A lot of y'all confuse tough skin for having tattoos, but that's what 6 cents is for, like when you add 2. Plus they gon' try to discredit you when you black too. The drop jams went diamond, but my favorite is Angie Stone. My drive back, that bitch on cruise control like Katie Holmes. Been flipping out in this bitch since it was camera phones. Know you great when you uncomfortable in your comfort zone. Grave digger. How niggas even want my name on they tombstone?
Yeah, your name.
Seems to me you want A, but don't be one of them niggas that read the room wrong. Spit like believe me, I'm more than hungry. Way more unique, have power before the money. What the hell you know that I'm in up, it's one on overdose. You wanna hold it, notes like holding notes. You gotta go for broke, so I only proceed from proceeds. Been a go since the goatee and proud chains and teaser hats. I even made the goat cheese. Just imagine all the other shit you don't see.
It's tough. It's just
feeling the boy tripping on me, but I still feel at home like I feel in Detroit. B.I.G. minus the east and west B from the down. You gotta kiss me from right to left cheek, little bitch. Yeah.
I just need more rhythm with it.
And I took it easy,
Man, I told you that in confidence,
The
big
black
bro.
lip pastor.
Had to do me like that, man.
The boat.
Come on. Hey.
Tell him so.
Fuck it, let me remove the cap. My lady told me somebody told me that my career was in the trash. Something about missing my window or something. I wanted to laugh and shatter the glass he was referring to. Cause he ain't got a clue of what I turn into when I enter
Nah,
the
he's
booth.
tough.
Neither do I, but I do want to prove the night is not an issue.
Ab is tough.
Blue. You stuck in the lowest lane, it ain't a murderer plane. And I'm rather faster than burner's vein.
You stuck in the lowest lane and ain't a bird or a plane.
Featherweight, and your paper thin, like you never been. You don't pay what you weigh, fuck is you even saying? Even if you was related to Shabba, you wouldn't make rank. On my mama, your men of honor just make plank. And the rule is back, in fact, I never left. In which case, Joey, you put me in a sticky predicament. I had to show solidarity to my syndicate. So, nah, you know anybody can get it in such a way that it'll make any position conflicted. But listen, the 47's still on my tricep. Follow me skilled that I'm quite the chef. Pro era, the masters that ain't never incorrect. But it's still CDE till 3000.
That's hard how they address that. That's hard how they address that.
Still on that. It was healthy for the sport. Sticking to the roots, keeping it competitive. Just be lucky that soul ain't stepping in. All of y'all would have had to shoot.
Bitch.
The boat with the ocean view, you know what I came to do. Hey, Sean, let me get the hat again. And ask Nene who her favorite rapper is. I had to do it, Fred.
That's cute, nigga. Look, BK the caution, the bar never received the caution. I spit fire was arson. They don't want war with the Martian. They sending their troops at the general, but I'm the one who absolute. They obsolete, can't compete cause I'm too elite. Trying to spark a match, but they simply lacking the heat. Blasphemy, I don't need no one. Talking to the game, call that shit.
Bro, Joey be going. Joey.
Look, my name ain't Rick, but I talk slick, no question, look. And I ain't taking no words back, I'm an all that. This ain't gotta turn to nothing else, just keep it on rap. First off, I can never hate the West Coast, but since niggas coming for Joe, fuck it, then let's go. Niggas must have forgot what Dot said on control. There's still a bunch of sensitive rappers and they pajama clothes, I guess. This ain't no East versus West, I just think that I'm the best. As a matter of fact, I ain't know these bars could put bad boys on death row. Kinda crazy how Shook and Puff in jail though. I was at the party, but I never seen a freak over. Instead of battle rap on stage, showing the kicks on. What type of time these niggas be on? Ain't no daylight saving, no sunshine, it won't be long. It's a thin line between the trolls and the weirdos. You kinda for attention, but we're a match.
Between the trolls and the weirdos, like I need that. That's what I need, Joey.
What we bout, son, this world revolve around mine. You ain't no Copernicus, nigga, you move on my time. Told you I would let you shine, give you space to coexist. Cause when I planted the lines, now they like getting eclipsed. Supernova over the know I gotta keep it lit. Man, the conversation shit. Every time I talk my shit, it's written in the constellations of script. I'm like years ahead, they're just trying to catch the drip. Every time I ask them, hey yo, no fly zone, say, oh, is that right? I ain't gotta book no flight, I'm still gon' pack light. I'm over heads like a carry-on, ain't even checked yet, I'm done playing. I popped out like a cassette deck, respect that. They hanging on every bar till I'm hang tight. Get your muscle up when you think a step in the swing right. I'm up early on the grind, I shine through the late night. I ain't gotta lose no sleep to break daylight. Shouldn't give you niggas time of day, but fucking shine a light on them. I'm a light ray.
I'm a light ray.
If you need the attention till top, you gotta pay. Look, I said, what's a little pup to a canine? It's game time. I ain't green on the defensive, I'm on my dream line. Empty out the clip on your whole clip when I aim mine. I'm catching the laterals, hit you all at the same time. How the fuck one line? Bring a whole state on. What you mean, bro? What you mean? I told you about them, bro. Yo, niggas, told you, bro. You gotta respect the game. Yo, niggas, you taking shots at me, bro. You taking shots at me. You shot first, bro. I mean, I'm just shooting in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get y'all attention, man. They are, okay. I mean, it's up right now.
Hey, big 4-7.
It's love.
You feel me?
It's love. Come on.
They left Big Sean. Big Sean should have not been there. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
They left Big Sean in the fucking dust, bro. Jesus Christ. The fuck was that? No. Big Sean, stay home, man. No.
Sean is so gold.
He's tough though. But the other two, nigga.
I know, right?
I would say Ab was the best.
Joey was crazy too, though.
Joey was tough.
Joey's verse was insane too. Yeah. Yeah. She. Yeah, that's why he was saying about the light and the Ray. So Ray Vaughn is the new artist on TDE,
Right.
and he does Joey, and then so did
right.
Daylight.
Yeah,
so that's why
yeah.
he was making all those references about the sunlight. You know,
Right,
he's like,
right.
I don't need to be the sun to what do he say?
Right.
Something about pack light, and even
Yeah.
I'm a light ray. Like motherfucker was just
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's tough.
Yeah, Joey's one of those ones you don't want to fuck with either.
It was funny that Ab so hopped on the cypher with him.
Ab is fucking.
So funny.
Ab
dude.
is tough. Ab is one of those guys. He's an acquired taste, but he's tough.
Yeah.
Somebody you can't really just like hear it once and get it. You know, you have to listen to it multiple times to kind of understand what he's trying to do there.
Facts.
At first, you might appreciate something, or you might think it's kind of what's going on here.
Right.
But he even admitted it. A lot of his like Ab's early catalog was like was very driven by his writing, not as
Right.
much as the production.
Right.
In his recent albums, he's trying to get more versatile with the production so that it
Right.
tells a better story.
Yeah, no,
You
he's I used to kind of shit on him, but he's tough. Like he's a really good artist. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorites for sure.
There's no one like him. That's what's cool about him.
Not shit on him, but I just
Right. He wasn't your favorite.
I just want it from West Coast. I just wanted some more groovy type shit, or like
I
some
hear
real
it.
like
You didn't want no conscious.
West Coast. I didn't really, not from him, because even Kendrick would give us like some crossover records and shit. But
Right.
Kendrick's definitely not as fucking.
Like witty.
That was a gnarly burp, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit was gnarly.
If niggas are sipping tequila, of course it's gonna be gnarly. Motherfuckers sipping tequila.
No, but yeah, he doesn't go as deep as Absol does, right? Kendrick, I mean,
Yeah.
Absol
I mean Kendrick
goes like
yeah, Absol goes all
into
the way.
like the whole shits. But
Yeah.
shout out Ab, and
Yeah.
that was cool. But
Yeah.
they left Big Sean in the dust.
Yeah, Sean
I
is
can't-
cold, but I don't think if they addressed the beef, it should have just been them two.
right,
Because it was
I
like,
don't
that
even
takes
know
the whole
why he
attention.
was there, yeah.
Takes the whole attention. Yeah. That's another thing too. Is like he said, I don't even know why he was there.
I know, but he was hard. He's hard, bro. I like Sean, but
Yeah.
Sean just does a formula too much. I need him to step out of his comfort zone sometimes. That's it.
Word.
What do you think?
Word. I love Sean.
Of course, but as far as his, like, the shit he's putting out now.
Yeah, it's I don't like it as much as some of the older stuff. The recent album, there was like same thing. There was probably 5 tracks, but 5 out of like 13 this time instead of 20.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Which is pretty cool.
5 out of
Yeah.
13 is good.
My favorite album by him is that Dark Sky Paradise, probably.
That was old though. That's way back.
Yeah,
in
but
the
that's
day.
like 10 years ago. That's what
That
I'm
one
saying.
was fire, though, yeah.
That one is amazing. Yeah, it's like 10
But,
years ago.
yeah.
But I think like his new shit, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I feel I mean I can kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's
Sometimes it can be predictable flows or
yeah,
stuff
it's just
like that.
predictable. Like it's
Yeah.
just a formula. Sometimes it's like,
I hear
bro,
it.
you can do whatever.
He's so cold and he knows it.
That's why I
you know?
like Kendrick too, because Kendrick will just basically flip the bird at the fucking formula and just do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, just switch it up.
Well, I ever go to sell Black One? And he want to talk to him and they in love?
Yeah, that's why I think exactly. I mean,
like
when it comes
animated raps, you feel me? I don't get no animated vibes from
that's what I was about to say.
Sometimes Absol, but in that one he was
right.
he was
just
spitting.
straight to it.
But,
no,
yeah.
but you're right. I mean, that's something I think about too. Like that's why I've been saying I don't give a fuck about none of y'all disrespect. Eminem is the GOAT.
Yeah, for sure.
Eminem is the GOAT. Like
Yeah.
you talk about
captures-
delivery, yeah. Like when you
captures-
capture his voice with the lyrics, like he
Yeah.
lets you know that he means what he's saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you are never not convinced.
Yeah, it's the animation with him is off the shit.
It's calculated,
For sure.
and it's calculated, and it's so on purpose. You know?
Yeah, that he's tough. He's tough, but no one wants to hear about Eminem.
The thing about
I'm just playing.
this dude, people don't want to hear about Eminem anymore. This
I
is
love
the thing,
Eminem, though.
This
Shout
is the
out
thing
Eminem.
about it. This is the thing about it. As an artist, I hang on to.
Do you think Eminem
I hang
has a
out to
dud?
I hang on to projects. What?
Do you think he has a dud album?
What does that
Do
mean?
you think that one of his albums maybe didn't hit, and it might be a stain on his discography? Do you think one album, or 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's a couple that changed his trajectory. First one, which let's not get it twisted. I love this album. Obviously, it's not as good as the Eminem Show, but when Encore came, that's when people
Those are
realized
good. That's good though.
That's when people
Encore's
realized
good.
that something was like shifting. Like
Encore's the red curtains.
Even he was no. That's the Eminem Show. That's
What's
his best
Encore?
album. Encore is the Blue Curtains. That's the one with Mockingbird and When I'm Gone.
That's
And
a good one. But that's
that
later
one-
down the line.
No, that one is good. That was
That's
the one.
after the
That one's
Eminem
right
show.
after the Eminem Show, and he just did the Slim Shady LP and the Eminem Show. So
Okay.
people said that Encore didn't live up to it, right?
okay.
But to me,
I don't know.
the
Encore
least
was good, though.
The least, I agree. I listen to Encore to this day. My least favorite Eminem album is Revival.
Revival. Is that the one?
That's the one with the American flag on it.
Yeah. Okay. But that's his dud.
If you had to call it one, yeah. If you had to call it a stain.
What about?
But I just feel like he's too powerful of an artist. He created too strong of a base with his first couple albums to ever be really dubbed, you know?
Why can't I search on my Apple Music app, bro? Where's that shit
You know?
fucking- I feel that. Yeah, they were talking about like if
Oh, you trying to look here?
some legends have duds, they're trying to call Lil Wayne shit a dud.
Well, this is the thing about it too when it comes to Eminem. Obviously, it's not all about numbers, and I know music is taste, but like he's the number 9 best-selling artist ever. Not number 9 rapper. He's the best he's the best-selling rap artist ever. But he's the number 9 best-selling artist
Right.
ever. That's got to say something. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if he's white, bro. This shit is fucking
He's a
gas.
legend for sure.
Like nobody raps
we
like
talking about like real hip hop shit. He's a legend.
that, you know.
But we're not bumping him around the hose. So I'm sorry.
Something ringing? I thought I heard a phone ringing. Maybe I'm just lit.
I heard it too, but it probably is outside or some shit.
He said I heard it too.
I did. But I don't even have my phone on me.
You got a favorite track off my new shit?
Go to the track list.
Yeah, Pieces, The Mission, Brainstorm, It's Just Different, and Passion Fruit Panther.
I like Passion Fruit Panther, but what's the one, the story one?
Pieces.
Pieces, yeah, that one's my favorite.
Hell yeah.
Pieces is definitely my favorite off of that one. Curtain Call is the one I was thinking of. What do you mean, Blue?
That's the hits.
Encore.
That's the hits. That's Encore.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
That's the one you were thinking of.
That one's the one with.
That's the one with Mockingbird, Evil Deeds, Spend Some Time, When I'm Gone. Actually, I don't know if is When I'm Gone on that. Ass Like That.
Ass Like That. Yeah, that's what.
Puke is on that one.
Yeah, no, Pieces was dope, bro. Yeah, I like this album. It's tough. It's you went hard. You went hard.
Yeah, agreed.
Pieces like definitely like gets that feeling, gets that feeling out of you. Like
Yeah.
it's tough.
Right. Appreciate you. It's definitely my best work. Definitely my best work. It's like I've been hyped to produce more and dive into just taking kind of control of the project. I definitely want to work with more people as well. But I feel like this is a great project to tell the story, you know, of who I am, which is dope. So, yeah, I mean, I guess just something I want to talk about because I feel like it's, you know, prominent and I guess present in the recent is I just went to the memorial of Eli Lansford's life.
Yeah.
You know, one of our day ones for real since we were youngins, you know. And I've been thinking about that a lot recently and just like what death does to friendships and communities and families and, you know, and how powerful it is and what it means to lose somebody that you love, but then also what that does, you know, in the future of you being a person, what that motivates you to do. So,
yeah.
I mean, first things first, right? Love to Eli's family. Love to Rayad's family. Love to every family member of everybody that we lost, you know? But yeah, that's just something I wanted to talk about. I want to honor some of those people that we lost, you know?
Yeah, no, love to Rayad. I miss you, bro. He was a good kid and loved to his family. Just a little misguided, but... And as far as Eli, total freak thing. Sucks how life can just be like over just like that. But he was a great guy. All these guys, you know, Eli for sure. Then Rayon's a little polarizing, but we love that. We love him like a little brother. So
Exactly.
Yeah, Eli as well. I think Eli's younger than me. I think. Was he?
Yeah, I think he was younger than you. He was born February 26th of 98.
Oh, so but damn near the same age, but
yeah.
Shout out to bro.
Yeah, shout out to Eli.
No, it's
for real. It just sucks, you know. You see the families.
But life, you know, that's how fickle it is, bro. Like at the end of the day, like all this shit doesn't like. Not gonna say it doesn't matter. It matters, but like as far as like status or fucking money or material things or you know.
Right.
Whether you're invited to the party or whether you're cool, whether
keeping
you're
up with the
getting
Joneses,
pussy, whether you're
exactly.
all that shit
Clout.
is really, you got to put it in perspective. It doesn't necessarily matter as much as you think it does. So
definitely not.
I mean, everything
Definitely
can be
not.
over in a second. So just do unto people what you would want done to you. So. Shout out to them, though. We celebrating their life, bro.
That's the whole thing.
shout out to
Exactly.
them.
That's how I feel about it. Is like to really celebrate life, you know? I feel the same way. It's like, you know, it's something I think about a lot, you know, is death. And shit, when I die, no matter how it happens, like, I definitely want my people to throw a party rather than a sad, you know, it's going to be sad, even if you throw an event that's supposed to be positive. But that's what I'd want, you know? Like, I'm going to say it now. Like, you know, I'd want people to be playing music super loud, enjoying themselves, drinking, smoking good weed. You know, like, honor my life. Honor who I was as a human being. It's
I feel that.
Whatever I'd be doing, do it too. I know the pain of losing people, so I'm not saying this out of ignorance. I know how hard it is. I went to Eli's memorial and tried to have a good time, but was tainted by what the reality was, you know?
Right.
Because it's a sick reality. But I just hope that, you know, people will take the words of those who talk about it before they die. Like, if somebody says something before they die, that's how I want it to be treated. Then,
right.
hopefully, you go with it. You know, I'd love if.
I want people to be sad at my funeral.
Yeah,
I want everyone crying.
I hear it.
I want everyone.
I hear it.
I want them screaming, "No!
This nigga.
God, you took it from me." Old people sad as fuck, crying, screaming,
You know, this motherfucker,
sprawling.
he's too much too.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
but
because
no.
once they do, you got people crawling on the ground. That nigga gonna rise from the grave.
Look, everybody, it's a miracle.
It's Jesus.
Nah, but you're right though. Like, of course, celebrate life. And I dealt with death recently too with my lady's father. You
Exactly.
know?
Yeah, exactly.
My lady's
Which is
father
very close
passed
because-
away, and it sucks, man. That's her fucking dad. You know, I don't want to put too much out there, but man, I can't even imagine losing my parent yet. You know, my parents are in their 50s, so they still got years. And unfortunately, you know, it was a little early for him, but you know,
Right.
it's just tough, you know, especially
I know,
for her.
right?
And it's just like my daughter's like losing me would be crazy. Like,
Yeah, bro.
at this point. So
Nah,
like
dude. God
he
forbid.
raised her all her life, so it's like, you know, that you're dealing with
Exactly.
that death, and that funeral was, you know, it's not everybody's spirit dancing and blessing the bottle.
Of course, man. It's
There's
not
some
like,
sadness. It's gonna be.
It's got to be,
But-
you know.
but then,
with the intention
you know,
to be positive.
Yeah, you be positive
And to have a
sh-
good time
she
together.
went and
Right.
talked. She went and spoke, which
That's
she doesn't
lovely.
usually do, like public speaking. She's
Right.
but of course she spoke for her father, and her sister did too, and so you know it was cool. But you know, shout out to her, and
Yeah, for real. Yeah, shout out
she's
to her
strong,
and the fam
dude.
too.
She's super strong.
I respect that. Yeah, I respect that for real.
Couldn't imagine losing my pops. Like,
Yeah, me neither. Honestly,
Like,
me neither. That's insane.
fuck, dude.
I know. I've thought about that too, and it's wild, you know. I've had some friends that have like lost their moms and shit, and I just couldn't even think about it.
losing my
Like
mom.
if I lost my mom, I'd lose my mind, bro. I'd crash the fuck out, bro. I'd crash the fuck out for sure. Right now,
So you understand Kanye?
that's
No, I'm just like-
that's a great analogy. Shit.
yeah.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I just don't know what I'd do without my mom, especially now. Like, you're supposed, like, you know, this is the sad thing too. Is like, one day it's gonna, inevitably, it's gonna happen. Like,
Right.
Because the right thing to do is to outlive your mother. You're supposed to take care of your
Yeah,
mother and
for
outlive
sure.
your mother. Your mother's not supposed to see you die,
For sure.
right? So it's like, I pray that I outlive my mother, but yeah, man. You know, of course, we wish they live forever. You know,
Yeah.
God willing, all of our parents have another 50 years on them, bro. Like God willing,
30,
You know?
30
Like,
probably.
yeah, I mean, that's realistic.
Hopefully
you know?
30.
But you know what I'm saying? God willing, they'll have as long of a life as possible while they're still healthy. That's a tough thing too, you know, is having the conversation about like, you know, how far are you willing to go? You know, like what is the line that you draw it at? I've had family members that were in severe comas and next to, you know, next to dead statuses. They're not dead, their heart's beating, but
Right.
they can't talk, can't look at people, can't really, you know what I mean? Can't function really without
Right.
something that's next to them. So
Yeah.
to me, I think about that too, is like, would I rather just go than to live my whole life mentally and emotionally and physically paralyzed?
Yeah.
It's just a tough thing to think about. But
I would rather go for sure.
I feel that.
Fuck it.
That's how I felt as well, but sometimes it's a tough
Fuck
thought.
it.
you know?
Honestly, I'm ready for death whenever it comes, honestly.
Yeah.
I've thought about it a good amount too, but
Same.
I don't want to be morbid, but
No, it's not about
I'm
being
definitely
morbid.
ready for it. On some Final Destination shit. If fucking there's 1,000 ways to die if a meteor went through my skull or some shit. It'd
Yeah.
be peaceful.
Well, the thing about
But
it
at the
is,
same time, like I want to have a beautiful long life. Like that's why, you know, at this point in my life, try to take care of myself.
yeah, as you should. I hear that, as you should.
Yeah,
I mean, and God bless you and your fam, bro.
Yeah,
For
I
real.
appreciate that,
For
bro.
real. Yeah, man. It's always love. I mean, you know, we brothers, but you know, God bless you, your family, and then the family you've made. You know,
Yeah.
and may you guys live long lives. And,
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And, you know,
For
thrive
sure.
through it all because
I think
Shit
I'm
is short.
lucky enough to avoid death. Hopefully, knock on
I feel
wood.
the same way.
Knock on wood. I'm
That's
lucky
how we
enough,
feel.
you
That's
know.
how we feel. You know, because we're super blessed.
But you never know.
We're super blessed. Exactly. We never know. But shit, while we're here, this is the stuff we're doing. We're creating. We're talking to y'all. or spreading the love.
You guys should call in too. We'll do some call-in shows sometime.
That would be fire.
Call in and tell us about your experiences or whatever you're going through right now. If you want to ask some questions about music, whatever, rapping, if you want to get into rapping, if you want to fuck with us, and you're in the SoCal area, like definitely tap in.
I love that he said that. Matter of fact, if y'all watching this episode now, y'all got any questions, anything that he just said, drop it in the comments, and we'll make sure on episode 3 these are going to be answered. These are things we're gonna talk about as well. So,
and we appreciate you guys for tuning in because we know y'all going to be watching. So we appreciate you guys. And,
definitely that. The first episode,
this is the first episode. We're gonna get the shakes off, but we good. And, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and
it's love. I appreciate you too, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
All day.
Creating Currents, episode 2 with my boy Heartless. We love y'all, man.
Bang, bang.
Signing out.
Later.